What's up, guys? So I'm back after like a 3 weeks, maybe 3 weeks break. I went to Peru on vacation, and the last video I ever did was a prediction video for UFC 238. And yeah, I didn't have time to make a review. Didn't have time to make predictions for the last one. But I actually did. I always talk about I kind of screwed up, to be honest, on my let's see, last week. I fucked up. If you want to believe me, that's fine. If you don't want to believe me, that's fine too. So I hit 7 of 11, but it should have been 8 of 11. See, on this one right here, Crowder, I meant to do Rosenstruck KO round 1. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know what I was thinking when I was making a pick. I did Crowder by KO round 1. I mean, if Crowder was gonna win, that one was gonna be by boring decision. But yeah, I just screwed up. If you want to believe me, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. But I actually should have. Rosenstruck was my pick. I should have been 8 of 11, but I screwed up. So whatever. So let's go on this one. So Junior versus Francis Ngannou. I have Ngannou KO round 1, and it wasn't. And I'm like 80-20, like, because, and the problem is because for Junior's stupidity of wanting to box everyone he fights, you know. He's always saying, I want to show my boxing, I want to knock him out. That seems to be always his game plan, and that's gonna backfire if he does that against Ngannou. See, I believe when when Junior fought Lewis, I predicted Junior to win, but I talked about how it's kind of the same prediction. How, you know, trading punches with Lewis was a bad idea, and he had to mix it up. And he didn't. He actually did very well in the stand-up, and then landed that spinning back kick that busted up Lewis, you know. So once again, I say the same thing. Going there and trading punches with Ngannou is just dumb, bad idea. And the reason why I say 80-20 and not 100% is because I want to believe that Junior's team, American top team, will be like, hey, you know, we need a game plan. We should probably survive the first round and then try to use some grappling, take him down. I mean, Junior has shown really nice takedowns versus Shane Carwin, Mark Hunt. And it took all of Kane to actually out-grapple him. I mean, it was mostly cardio that costed the fights with Junior, because he was able to stop Kane's takedown until he gasses. And as far as we've seen, Francis Ngannou appears to have a really bad cardio. So that is the one hope that I think Junior would have, is if he decides to be smart and, you know, try to take Ngannou down. Try to be smart on the first round. But if he goes out there swinging, and that's what I think he's gonna do, because, you know, whatever. That's why I have Ngannou. I mean, I want to pick Junior, but I can't, because he seems to be in love with his boxing. So Ngannou KO round 1. But like I said, if Junior actually uses his brain and applies a game plan, you know, he could have an upset. So, but yeah, officially Ngannou KO round 1. And then Formiga vs Benavidez. I have Benavidez by solid decision. I don't think, unlike Formiga's last two opponents, Pettis and Figueiredo, he will not be able to take down Benavidez. And if he does, Benavidez will get right back up. I think the way it's going to go is Joseph is going to keep it standing and just outstrike him and put on a clinic striking on Formiga. It might even be a KO TKO. I just don't think Formiga has been finished in a long time. That's why I have him as decision. And that's my official prediction. Benavidez by decision. I think he keeps the fight standing. He uses his grappling to keep it his wrestling to keep the fight standing, and just does so much better on the feet than Formiga. I mean, Formiga had to use his grappling to fight Pettis and Figueiredo, and I just don't see it working against Benavidez. So Benavidez by decision. Then Damian Maia, this is one of my upsets for the night. I have Martin by decision. I think the strategy to reading Maia is actually surviving the first round in every single one of his takedown attempts, and seems to gas Maia in a pretty bad way. And his fights with Woodley, Kobe, and Usman are actually the perfect examples of that. With the difference that these three guys are amazing wrestlers. But that is and the guy's 41, so again, it's crazy. And I mean, it's not a huge underdog, but I have Martin by decision. He might lose the first round, where Maia is just coming forward non-stop, but I think Martin will be well prepared and use his grappling to keep the fight standing and pull a decision, probably like a 29-28 decision. But unlike Junior and Ngannou, where I'm 80-20, this one is like 60-40, so it's not super confident. Maia could very well go there, submit in round one like he does. That's what Maia is known for. He goes there, takes you down, submits you. So if that was to happen, I wouldn't be shocked at all. So again, I'm saying, being very specific, 60-40. Not super confident on Maia, but my prediction is Martin by decision. Then Vince, Pichel, and Roosevelt Roberts. I also have Roberts by decision. I just think he's way superior in the striking department, and also has youth on him. He's 11 years younger, bigger, longer reach, and kind of similar to Benavidez and Formiga. I think he keeps it standing and puts on a striking clinic. I also have it by decision, just because this guy has never been finished. I mean, never been KO'd. I mean, he got submitted by Gillespie, but I mean, that guy has been running through everyone. He's also having a 1-year layoff, so 36-year layoff. He just has everything against him. So I have Roberts by decision on this one as well. Then Drew Dober and Polo Reyes. I got Drew Dober KO round one. If you watch his last fight versus Beneil Dariush, he was actually taking Dariush to school in the striking department. Much superior striker was Dober, but eventually Dariush, kind of wore him out and submitted him on that second round. Hatzovic, who I actually predicted he was going to lose to Giagos on his last fight. I was not impressed with his striking at all, and he was able to knock him out. So this one, I think it's going to be, I think Drew Dober, coming from that loss, it's going to be super motivated and looking to make a statement, and that's why I have him winning KO round one. I mean, not just because of that. I legit think he's the much superior striker and much more better credentials, and that's why I got Dober KO round one. And then Paul Craig and Alonso Manifield. So this one is one that. So I have Manifield KO round one also, but I'm like 70-30 on this one. Paul Craig could also do a kind of like Junior versus Ngannou. He could go there, survive the first round, because Manifield is a guy that just puts it on first gear and just starts swinging, which could obviously end the night pretty quick, but it can also get you gassed pretty quick too. So if if Paul Craig goes there, survives the first round, and Menifield gets tired, Paul Craig could easily pull a submission, maybe round 2, maybe round 3. If Menifield punches himself out and is not able to finish Paul Craig. So yeah, so officially I have Menifield KO TKO round 1, but if he survives the early storm, it could be a submission victory for Paul Craig. Alright, and here's my summary, like I always do. I have Ngannou KO TKO round 1. I'm like 80-20 on this one, but that 20 is if Junior comes with a game plan and uses grappling and he's smart, he could pull the upset. But Junior doesn't do that. He goes there and trades punches. That's why Ngannou KO TKO round 1. I have Benavidez by decision. I think he keeps the fight standing and pulls a striking clinic. I have an upset with Martin. This one is not confident at all. I'm like 60-40, maybe even like 55-45, because Maya can submit anyone, but I think Marty will be well prepared. He might lose the first round, but I think he'll pull a 29-28 decision. I have Roberts also by decision. Again, just everything going on for him: youth, height, reach, a year layoff, 36 years old. I think Roberts dominates him, maybe finishes him, but I have the decision by Roberts. I have Drew Dober KO TKO round 1. I think he puts on a striking clinic, and coming from that loss, I think he's coming to make a statement. So Dober KO TKO round 1. And then I have Menifield KO TKO round 1. But on this one I'm like 70-30. If Paul Craig survives the early storm and Menifield punches himself out, Paul Craig could pull a submission. He was supposed to get destroyed by this Kennedy Shuku guy. He took every single punch and survived and pulled a decision. Menifield goes, guns swinging. So if he punches himself out, he could take over. But officially I have Menifield KO TKO round 1. Alright guys, have a good one.